Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Smoke Rings and Dad Things. I'm your host, David. Uh, and we almost caught the neighborhood on fire here. There was a little fire going, so I was going to get it going. Well, it just kept going that way instead of staying here, and so I'm soaking wet. I had to hurry up and uh, get my water hose out, and apparently it's got a leak in it, so I'm soaking wet. But anyways, nonetheless, we're going to smoke a nice nub cigar from. Are we just not going to light? Okay. That explains a lot. It's just not meant to be, apparently. Anyways, we're going to talk about the gym today that I did not go to. I just didn't feel like it, man. I wanted to, and then did some dishes, cut a tree down out here. I just did not want to go do it. But while we're on the subject, I'll start back tomorrow. Sometimes it's just good to kind of give your body a little bit of a rest from the gym, you know? And I enjoy that. Hope everybody else enjoys that. But let's get into it. The first question, what got you guys? Okay. Okay. What got you into the gym? What made you want to start the gym? Was it family, friends? Was it you seem like your body? What was it that got you specifically into the gym? And what's kept you there? I started the gym. I think I've talked about this before, but we'll touch back up on it since it's gym day. I started the gym about 20 years ago. I think 2001 when I got my YMCA membership gym. And I've been hooked ever since. I think I started with my buddy Dustin in his dad's shed. And it's got going on. And then as I got older, I realized the gym was a lot more than just strength and just strength. It gave you a lot of discipline, and it taught you how to be fair. And that effort is the only thing that's really, really going to keep you going to the gym. That's the one thing I love about the gym is does not matter who you are, what you look like, where you came from, where you've been, where you're going to go, how much money you have. It's not going to care at all. Does not care about you. And I love that. I love it a lot because there are days when I put everything in there and there's days I've not put hardly anything. And I love that at all. I love that so much. And it's taught me a lot of valuable lessons. And the biggest one, I think, is don't ever be afraid to fail. I see so many people go in the gym, start the gym, and just get scared about trying to lift heavy or do more than they can. Now, obviously, like if you don't know anybody or if you're just starting out, then yeah, don't push yourself. But if you have people there, you know people there, friends or whatever, push yourself. Are we following? What are we doing here, camera? Just don't be afraid to fail. You know, I will never go in there and not try to make myself fail at least once or twice. It's good for you to fail because you know where you are and you know where you stand. If you always stop when it gets hard, you're really never going to know where you're at or what you're capable of. And so a lot of times if I see people in there that I know, just from the gym. I don't really know personally, but or if I'm helping them spot them, I'm like, kind of let's give ourselves a little more. Or I'll sneak on a few extra, pounds, 5 or 10 pound weight to give them a little bit more of an edge. But I want. Why do I feel like I'm not getting? Are we dark here? Let's just turn the light on. You want to turn the light on? I feel like we're a little light out here. There we go. Can we adjust it here? Okay. This is the perks that I love about this. I don't even know half the time when we're cameraing. There we go. Perfect. Whew. Anyways, I see so many people just not apply themselves, and sometimes it's hard. I know people get scared or discouraged that people are going to judge you in the gym or just care that you're there. And I promise you, nobody's looking. Nobody is going to look at you unless you're in there just slinging around some absolute enormous weight, squatting or deadlifting. Nobody's going to look at you, and the people that are looking at you are just other guys. Which is what's funny is I was talking to a drug rep a couple weeks ago, and his son was getting back into the gym, and he was worried about that kind of stuff. And I was like, he's not going to get the audience that he wants. But I don't judge people that go to the gym. I would never judge you at all for going to the gym, because I know for me that's just not really a safe space, but it's my sanctuary, and I wouldn't want people to feel uncomfortable in there. And so I do give advice to young kids I see in the gym. I know they look at me and are like, you're not really in shape, or you're not really, first of all, or you can just drop that shit on your chest at that point. I don't give a damn. But nobody's ever really said that. But I do give them pointers, and I know I don't look like I go to the gym, but I also don't care about having all the muscles and the abs, and fuck that, dude. I am too lazy, and I love my food too much to be caring about the if I have abs. I don't care about abs. I've never cared about abs. Would it be nice? Yeah, but not as much as nice as smashing that fucking box of pizza or wings or something, which I don't really eat that much, but I'm just not going to. And funny thing about that is that's 85-90% of abs are what you eat in the kitchen, and I don't eat that. I can do like 2 weeks of like meal prep, and then after that I'm fucking done. But you just have to apply yourself and give it time. The first 2 weeks, I always tell people when they start, it's called hell week. You're going to be sore. You're going to hate it, waking up and not be able to scratch your ass or do anything, but you just have to go. Get past that 2 weeks, get in there, have fun, do it. You'll love it. I love a good workout. I'm going to start my splits again. I got back out of the routine of doing my, push and pull type days. And so I think tomorrow we're going to start that with some, probably a little bit of shoulders and back, and get that going and get back into my push and pull so my joints are not hurting. Shoulders are feeling pretty good since I've took a couple. I've not really went super hard the last couple days, or the last couple weeks for that matter. So, which is fine. You kind of need a break. Let me get back into really going hardcore. But what is also what I'm thinking about? What is your song? What is your go-to song that you have when you're in there? Like, you have like a song you listen to on your way to the gym. Like you have like a certain few songs. My fucking feet are numb because they're soaking wet. You have a few Do you have like an actual gym playlist? What do you have that you enjoy, that you listen to? I don't really have I have a gym playlist, but that's just really my started out as a gym playlist, and now it's just my everything playlist. So now you can pretty much tell on there, like by mood, what type of mental health I'm going through about the music on there right now, which has been pretty good lately. If I'm really going hardcore, like heavy bench or heavy anything, it's normally it's an anime dubstep playlist, which is which a lot of people find really weird that I would listen to that and not like some kind of heavy rock or metal, which I do have a few of those, but it's lesbic. I know some dubstep videos of a bunch of like Dragon Ball Z and a whole bunch of other animes, and I've listened to for years, and so that's usually the kind of ones they start out and they, do all them weird, and they drop the bass and all that weird shit, which I love it. It gets me going in the gym. As far as band, I don't really have a band that I listen to in the gym. I do have certain songs that I listen to. I would say there's one called One Last Scream by Linkin Mark, but you can't find it anymore because there's a copyright or something, I don't know, going on with Spotify and them are in the UK and over here, so that you can't really find their music. There's one guy that puts them on YouTube, but they get took down pretty quick. There's a song by, it's called something Reaper. I don't know, When the Reaper Calls. I don't know. I really like that one. But I don't really have a set playlist for those types of days. I will never go to the gym and not have my headphones. I think in the last 10 years that I've went, here anyways, I think there was one time I tried to go to the gym without them, and I made about 20 minutes, and I can't. Like, it's one thing if I have them and I don't have them in and I'm just talking to people and working out with other people, but as far as like going and never having them, there's no shot you'll ever catch me. No shot. The one and only time some guy was complaining about his girlfriend cheating on him, and then he was crying on the bench, and I was beside him, and I couldn't, I just couldn't focus. Like, if I'm in that guy's shoes, I'm using that as like the ultimate pre-workout. Like, that is going to be like cocaine highway. I am fucking going to have a hellacious workout. NF is a pretty good guy that I like to listen to. He's a Christian rapper. If you never heard this name, he's pretty good. He's got a lot of good songs out. He's got a new one called Fear that just came out. He's got another one called what's it called? Something about somebody. I guess somebody like wish somebody would make me mad again or tell me I'm not good enough or something like that. And that's a really good song. But I want to hear from you guys that go to the gym, that enjoy the gym. What got you there? What keeps you in there? What music keeps you going? Like, what's your favorite workout? What's your favorite body to work out? I'm not a deadlifter. My fucking back, dude. I'm not killing my back. For that, I think my max on deadlift was like 430 for 1 or 2, I think. Squat, I'm not a big squat guy. My knees, got a knot right here from falling through my porch when I was like 12 or 13, and I've got like a little knot right here now. Sucks. I think like 350 maybe. I don't know. I'm not a deadlift guy. I've never really cared because it's not a competition for me to deadlift, so I didn't really want to. Our fucking feet are numb, dude. Numb right now. So, but bench, the most I think I've ever done is 430. I was going for 450 one day, and I was warming up at 385, and then my fucking shoulder popped, my left shoulder popped, and that's when I weighed like 305. I was on the juice, as they call it. God, I'm fucking soaked. Make sure this is even working. My heyday, and then after that, I think I dropped down to like 258, I think, in like 6 months. I didn't really enjoy that. I did not enjoy that at all. I froze to death, and just like now, I was 298 mid-February, right before we went to the Arnold. And now I'm like 268, 272. I fluctuate, and I freeze to death a lot. It's just because I'm not used to being this small. I'm used to kind of being a little bigger, which is great, sort of. But the gym for me has been awesome. I go to the YMCA here in Inglewood, and I was nominated for Volunteer of the Year. If you don't know, my like ride or die, my bestie from another testy, she's the wellness director there, and so she nominated me because I would help, patch stuff up. I would help fix equipment. I still do, but fix holes in the walls, just whatever. They nominated me, I think, 2 or 3 years ago for that. So I have that little crystal plaque up in my in there beside my computer desk on top of my cigar thing. And the joke about that is I tried to get a job there as the maintenance director, but I wasn't qualified to work there, even though I'd worked on a lot of stuff there. But they all nominated me, and even as the joke, it really did make me feel good because allow me to help them fix stuff and work on stuff for a place that let me work on myself. And I could never thank them enough for that. It was a good honor. I had some fun. Got to eat a really nice dinner, silent auction. And then I got to hang out with one of the legends from the 60s Ohio State championship team, Mr. White. I forgot what his whole name was. He played for Ohio State, then he played for the Buffalo Bills. I don't know. I have his autograph. Funny story about that is I found the card after Jan White. Jan White's his name. He was a tight end for Ohio State back in the 60s. I think they won 2 championships, I think, maybe 3. Can't really remember. But I got to know him and talk to him and his wife, and they're lovely. And I found this card on Amazon, I think, for like 68 cents, right? And so I saw him one day in the gym, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, can you autograph this for me?" And he laughed, and he was like, that's not worth anything. And I was like, that is not the point at all. It's the point that I know somebody, one, that went to my favorite college and then played in the NFL for a short time. And knowing you personally and how wonderful you guys are, it's priceless. I would never sell that autograph for anything, like nothing. And it really made him feel good because I bought a 68 cents card that's now worth nothing for me. It is priceless. And so the gym, what I love about the gym more than anything is the camaraderie, the friendships you can make, all that wonderful stuff. And I encourage everybody to go. If you don't have an outlet, playing games with your boys, which I'll be doing here shortly, we'll get on there and talk shit to each other and bitch and complain like we always do, but we have fun. And these, like, again, these are guys I've known. Dustin, Tanner, JD, Jeremiah. I've known these guys since like grade school. When we were in 2nd grade. They live in Kentucky, and so Dustin's one of the ones that got me in the gym. So if you don't have that outlet, try the gym. Just try it out. Don't be discouraged if you can't do what other people can do, because everybody starts somewhere. Believe me, when I first started working out with my buddy Dustin and his dad, I don't think I could bench a quarter on each side. It's 25 pounds, so like 95 pounds. Couldn't even barely bench that hardly. And then I got up to, I think after a couple months, like almost a year, I was all the way up to like 250, 275, So don't be discouraged. And I've said this before, and one of the quotes is, comparison is the thief of joy. Probably said that really ass backwards, but it's true. Like, don't worry about what the guy to the left of you is doing, because he's probably been doing it longer. And always remember, the guy to the right might want to be like you. He might want to be in your shoes, where he's having fun at the gym. A lot of people don't have fun at the gym, and it's bad. Like, it's like a chore for them to get in there and have a workout, and it's like they hate it. And when you get to that point, you kind of have to step back. And I've been to that point a few times where I'm just not enjoying it. And if I make myself go, it's kind of bad. And so kind of in between, I don't hate to go. I hate when I don't go, but I kind of like, I don't know. It's hard. If you've never been in that position, it's hard to explain. But go to the gym, have fun, just let it all out. Don't go in there and make a bunch of noises and grunts and stuff. But have fun, and have fun with it. And I'll leave you guys with this quote here in a minute. I'm going to think about it as we go. But if you've never, I used to do this thing called karaoke, deadlift karaoke on Sundays. I have a few videos up on my TikTok, Tatted Lifter. If you want to follow me, feel free, or go watch them. I used to sing into the speed bag in the pit room and have a field day. I kind of want to bring that back, because I really had a lot of fun, especially when people just walk in there and I'm holding this speed bag up and just letting it all go. I enjoy it. And I'll always tell you guys, I enjoy the gym no matter whether I do not want to go or not want to go, whether I'm lifting heavy or I'm just going through the motions. But it's my place. It's my sanctuary. I love it. At the end of the day, be honest with yourself. Don't go to the gym for the wrong reasons. Don't go because you want to impress women or whatnot. Don't go for that, because you'll get burnt out. It'll be nice if people notice you, but you'll get burnt out for the most part. Go for yourself. Build that self-confidence up for yourself in the gym, so you can look good for yourself. Now, the bad thing is, once you start the gym, you develop this thing called, and I've mentioned this on episode 2 when I was talking to James, is body dysmorphia. Once you start seeing the striations and you start seeing like strength come, you will never, ever be satisfied again, ever. And this sucks, but it's a keep you going. It'll always keep you going. I have so many fun memories from the gym, like lifting or failing. Even failing in the gym, I've had some fun experiences, because when you get pinned down and people watch you, especially like I had some time, I think it was like 365 a couple times, and I was still trying to go for 415. I don't know how many times I got pinned down. Like, as soon as I would pull it down, unrack it, it would touch my chest, and it was there. Nothing was getting off of me, and it was just fun. I enjoy failing, just because it makes me feel I can always do better. And so, I've seen a lot of people fail. I've never judged them, and I will never will judge anybody ever in the gym. I will never be that person that judges people in the gym. If you ever need some starter tips or anything, you can hit me up. I have a lot of friends that go to the gym. I've learned a lot of stuff from them. I also just watch a lot of people on YouTube, CT Fletcher, Rich Piana. And it's not really like the weight that they lift, it's just the variations of exercises that they do that make it fun, and enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Gym Talk as we're going to do it. I'm going to try to talk Kristen into getting on the podcast in the next coming weeks or so, to have fun with that. I think I'm supposed to be planning, I think our guy date is coming up. I think we're going to start planning that. James hit me up, so I got to get the other guys ready for that. So if you are in Ohio, or if you want to come hang out with us, shoot me a comment on here, or on TikTok or Facebook, wherever you follow me, or you want to message me and find out where we're going, what the date and time is. By all means, feel free. Anybody that wants to show up and come hang out with us, you are more than welcome to. This is not a closed event. This is for anybody, to come hang out, especially dads, cigar people, people with mental health, just anybody that just wants to hang around, judgment free, have a cigar, talk some shit, have a drink, some food, and just enjoy the night and talk about stuff. It's not really planned what we'll talk about, but if anybody's going through anything that needs to open up and talk, you are more than welcome. Or if just being around us helps, that is even better. The quote I'm going to leave you guys with before I lose all 10 of my toes to frostbite out here is, sometimes when you look in the mirror, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself and just sometimes say, man, hey, you are fat. You look terrible. You look like shit. And sometimes you need that to tell yourself that in the mirror. You need to look in the mirror, as David Goggins said, your accountability mirror, and just look at him like, hey, dude, like you need to do better. You need to do better, not only for yourself, but everybody else, because, you know, you got one life and you got to live it, you know. I want to try to smoke the cigar a little bit longer and then try to get my toes warm. And I forgot to even go in there and record it. I'll get done. I'll post this. I'm so sorry, guys. I never can remember to record, show you guys my humidor. I'm fucking terrible at it, dude. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want a sticker, let me know. I think I've got like 28 left, I think. And so I love you guys, and I will see you guys on next week's episode. Later.